We master all that lies before. That is the national motto of the powerhouse of a nation, ruled by one of Earth's biggest powerhouses. I am of course talking about the fictional nation of Latveria. A small nation situated in the Balkans in Eastern Europe. And, disclaimer, all of the information in this video comes from the Marvel 616 universe. The nation of Latveria was founded during the 14th century by a King Rudolfo Hassan I by annexing captured territory from Transylvania. During the Second World War, the nation, under the reign of King Vladimir Vasily Gonrio Tristian Mageji Fortunov, was agricultural in nature, but was still technologically advanced to the point that Baron von Strucker, leader of Hydra at the time, solicited the nation's help in the war in exchange for them not being annexed by the Third Reich. And King Fortunov will go on to take notes on leadership from Adolf Hitler, and so, after the war, the Fortunov reign was ruthless, persecuting the local gypsy population in the country, leading to the death of the mother of Victor von Doom, who was but only a small child at the time. As Victor grew up, he found his mother's secret cache of magical items and artifacts, and began studying them, as well as the sciences in the United States at State University, New York, along with Reed Richards, his rival. He would return years later to his homeland of Latveria in his own advanced mechanical suit that he designed, and a doctorate, which most fans speculate he gave to himself, as Dr. Doom. He gathered the Latverian people and usurped King Fortunov, becoming the new regent of Latveria for life, ending the persecution of gypsies in the nation. Looking to expand his borders, one of the first acts Doom did was attempt to annex a small neighboring country of Retruvia that contained molinite, a resource the country had a monopoly on that was crucial in the advancement of futuristic electronic weapons and devices. He would be stopped by the combined might of the Avengers. However, due to the pressure from Doom's own bioweapon, he ultimately did gain control over the nation through its legal surrender. Later on, Doom planned to marry the princess of the nearby country, Pernurkistan, to cement political bonds between the two nations, as well as his interest in her own magical powers. He would also annex the tiny neighboring nation of Slakovia, which itself was divided and ripe for conquest, as many of its citizens began worshipping Thor, the god of thunder. On several occasions, Red Skull, among other individuals, have managed to usurp Doom and rule Latveria, only to be dethroned within days, and Doom placed back on his throne once more. Hell, the Fantastic Four once governed the nation, only to relinquish their control over much backlash from its people and mounting international pressure. In recent years, Doom Latveria waged war on the fellow isolationist and technologically advanced nation, Wakanda, in the goal of plundering its vast reserves of vibranium in a bid for world conquest. He lost, and as a result, the two nations likely ceased all communication, and Doom was forbidden to set foot in Wakanda ever again. Latveria's main export is the advanced patents on high-tech and robotics designed by Doom personally, making the country the 9th wealthiest nation on Earth, and had virtually zero crime or poverty, and its citizens are largely free from disease or hunger. All thanks to Doom's industrial and technological genius, and genuine care for his people. The nation's capital is Doomstadt, the largest city of Latveria, formerly named Hassandat, but was later renamed in honor of Doom's late mother, Cynthia von Doom, and I suppose himself as well. And this naming convention is very, very, very common in Latveria. Within the city lies Castle Doom, Dr. Doom's personal residence located atop a mountain. Other notable cities include Doomsburg, Doomton, Doomsvale, Doomsdale, and Doomswood. And some of the country's notable landmarks include the Carpathian Mountains, Doom Lake, the Latverian Academy of Sciences, and Mount Sarista, which houses a demon sorceress named Pandemonia. Latveria is, of course, under the totalitarian rule of Victor von Doom, and is essentially Eastern Europe's version of North Korea. The nation's borders are known to be extremely tight, as there is only one airport in the entire country, the Doomsport Airport, and exposure to Western media and influence is notably minimal, which sometimes I wonder if that's a bad thing or not. The population of Latveria is rumored to be roughly 500,000. However, given that the government is fiercely secretive on and anal about its census, this may be an incorrect number. Much like countries under the long-gone Soviet Union, as long as you don't go out of the norm and follow the rules without question, you can pretty much go about your day in safety. The people, for the most part, that's a solid 99% most part, genuinely loved Doom and dared not cross him, seeing as no one had any reason to do so. And according to this panel, Doom could have relations with any female citizen he wished at any point, so that's... Really, as long as you don't fuck Doom and his plans over, you're pretty much safe. Otherwise, he will send you to hell, and I assure you that's not a metaphor, that's absolutely something he would do, literally. So yeah, you really can't complain. Again, in the literal sense, you can't complain. Or one day you'll be met with a Doombot at your front door. Speaking of, let's talk about Doombots in the Latvian military. Despite, or perhaps because of, the country's lack of superhero crime fighters and vigilantes, Latveria boasts an impressive degree of security. Doom designed hundreds of Guardian robots to police the entire country, and while Doom is away doing whatever it is Doom does in his spare time, he would leave a Doombot, a lifelike android of himself, in his place to govern the country, and pretty much no one would even notice his absence. As stated earlier, Doom sells robots to other countries to fill his nation's and his personal bank accounts, and the designs he does sell are outdated by his standards. He keeps the most recent and advanced robots for his army, and installs self-destruct devices in secret in the ones he does sell, should they be turned against him, or if he just wishes to cripple his opponent's militaries. However, Latveria does have a standing biological army, comprised of 2,000 men, and 500 servo guard robots, and of course Doom is the commander-in-chief of the country's military forces. The Latvian armed forces are trained to be absolutely loyal and efficient, with the military dogma being victory or death, but never defeat. The human soldiers of the LAF remain brave when defending Latveria. However, they have been reported to become cowardly when fighting superhuman threats, unless Dr. Doom himself is present on the battlefield with them. 4 of the best and fearless human soldiers of the LAF, called the Doom Squad, and armed with high-tech battlesuits, were charged by Doom to defeat the Fantastic Four, which they, of course, never did. The country's major languages are German, English, Hungarian, Latvian, a branch-off language of Hungarian, and Romani. And the country's currency is the Latvian franc, as they don't use euros since Doom refuses to join the European Union. Smart move, Doc. It is reported that Latvian francs are sizably stronger than US dollars. Fun fact, Doom himself is worth around $100 billion, US dollars, that is. Doom created his own national holiday, and yes, it is called Doomsday, which he celebrates whenever he wishes, and it is an enforced rule that people enjoy the holiday festivities. Education in Latveria is universal and highly advanced, and in high school alone it is required that all graduates know how to build a Doombot. Pollution in Latveria is also virtually non-existent. And that's all for today's video. I'll be honest, my voice is sore. I recorded this whole video earlier today, and when I was done, the file got corrupted for some reason, so I had to do all this again. So I'll be honest, that's all for the day. Please like and subscribe, as it helps my channel grow, and I plan on doing more collaborations with more people in the future, be it Star Wars, Marvel, DC, anything. For today though, this is the Liqueur. Have a good one. This has been the history of Latveria.